Okay, now these two questions that we're going to consider, 35 and 36, they help us see a sort of a way of thinking through future planning. Oftentimes, when we do our future planning, we have a goal that we want in the future, and we have to do some calculations to see exactly what we need to make that happen. Then we have to come back to the present time and say, okay, now that we know the details of that goal, what do we need to be doing now during these years to make that future goal happen? So we have both of these questions, we have to do something. So we want to be able to withdraw $50,000 from our account each year for 30 years after we retire. So we are now projecting ourselves into the future when we retire. What do we need to have happen? Well, let's kind of look through this. We want to have $50,000 coming back to us. We want to be able to do a withdrawal of $50,000 each year. So that's annually or yearly. We look down, we've got to fill out the other parts. We're going to get 9% on our money. And when we're taking the money out, we want to be able to get that income for 30 years after we retire. 30 years of income. So 1 times 30 is going to be 30. So what we need to know is when we retire, how much money do we need to give us this income stream? And again, we put a future value of 0 because in this planning episode, at the end of 30 years, we don't need it anymore. We figure we're going to be gone or something, or someone's going to help us. I don't know. Kids will be grown and will take care of us. But in this case, our money is going to get used up. So we click on the present value and we find out that we need to have $513,682.70. And again, what I would do is I'd to make that income happen. You might see, again, you play with this. If I was doing my retirement planning, I don't like to end up with 0 because if I don't die, I want to have some kind of income. So maybe you push the years out, maybe at 100 years. You say, there's no way I'm going to make it 100 years after I retire, or 1,000 years. But that kind of is a way to do it. Make sure this retirement number, years of retirement, is big enough. Because with technology, we might end up living longer than our money if we're not careful. So what do we need to do? That was the future value. We want their $50,000 a year. This is what we need to do it. So now we come back. We aren't retired. We're still working. We still got 25 years of work to go, as they say, but we now know what our goal is. So the present value, this is what we need to retire. So that goes into our future value. This is our goal. We need to save that money. Unless you know somebody who will just give it to you. But I don't know. Not me. I got to work for it. So we put that into our future value. What else are we going to? We're still getting 9%. We've got 25 years until we retire. So we've got 25 years to make this happen. And we're going to need to save annually because everything else is annual. So they're going to leave that. To get $50,000 a year, how much do we need to save? Well, we don't have anything to start with, but we'll click on that payment key and we'll find out with these details, knowing our goal, that we'll need a payment of $6,064.67 every year for 25 years. Will then provide income of $50,000 a year for 30 years. Okay, let's do it. But don't wait. If you wait a year or 2 years, that number is going to go up. Remember, it's got to be done right away. Okay, so that's put ourselves into the future, find out our goal, come back to the present time, and then calculate it. So let's see how this works with 36. Is a similar type question, but I always find that repetition, if you see it again, it really sinks in the methods that we're going through. Okay, So again, we want to be able to withdraw some money when we retire for so many years. So this one is our retirement planning scenario. This is the future. We want $25,000 to come back to us, and we're going to do it for 20 years. We get 10% interest this time, and but we are still doing this on an annual basis each year. So this is going to be one or annual. Okay, sorry, it's not 12 times 20, it's 1 times 20. That's a little easier to do in our heads, right? We're going to do this, run this as if we just use up all our money, so our future value is 0. And so we click on the present value. It tells us that to be able to do this, we would need cash in an account earning 10%. We need $212,839.09. That's only going to provide 20 years of income. If we live longer than that, again, we're going to need another source. So this is what we need to have happen in the futures. This is what we want. What do we need to do now so that we can make sure we have that money? Well, the present value is now our goal. That's what we know we need to get. So we put that in. We are able to get 10% of our money. How long till we retire? We've got 30 years before we retire, so that's good. We're still doing this on an annual basis. If we did it monthly, because a lot of times we might think about the payment as being an annual payment, come over here and think, what do I need to save each month? But we're sticking with annual. And we don't start with anything. So I click on my payment and I find if I save $1,293.90 every year for 30 years, I'll be able to get my $25,000 a year back. Okay, so retirement planning, look to the future, get what our goals are, come back to the present, set up a plan to make it work.